Hi, I'm Nate May, and this isn't music theory. Today's episode is a little different. I want to do just kind of a real time process of me learning a song. And I think it's good for you to see me learning a song because I'm by no means a natural at this. I was new to playing by ear really in college. And I just kind of learned eventually that the music I was learning, which was a lot of jazz, was an oral tradition. And so I really had to spend some time listening to recordings in order to get the essence of the music. And that's how I started playing by ear. And it's been a really long process of getting to that point where I can learn from every song. And I think I've got some tips that I can share for you. And so I'm going to be holding some workshops, and this will be sort of a little preview of the process that I go through. Although it's probably going to look messy because I'm iterating a number of things, and I'll show you at the end kind of my the steps that I'm going through in my head and the cycles that I'm going through in order to figure out this music. So I do not have perfect pitch. I have okay relative pitch, but not great. I don't have amazing melodic memory. This is all stuff that I have developed through time, and I'm just going to. So I found this Spotify playlist called Pop Rising. I was listening to this first one earlier, and so I'm just gonna drop the needle, as they used to say, on one of these other things. I've never even heard of Tate McRae. Let's see what happens here. Ooh. So I'm going to try to do just the chorus here. And the first thing I'm going to have to do is I'm going to sing the tonic, the home key. And do, that's what I'm hearing as do. I have no idea what note that could be. It could be any of the 12. You could tell me it's any of them. I would believe you, or rather I would check to see if that's right. So I'm just going to start somewhere and figure it out. Oh, wow. Okay. That was purely luck, ladies and gentlemen. It's an E. Let's back a little bit. If I tell the truth, and are you just a poison that I should use? Wish I could say to you what I could say to you. We could take it slower. Okay, so about 49 is where that's starting. So what I'm hearing so far is the same chord progression. I was listening to the chord progression that first time around, and what I thought I heard, which I need to check against the recording because you always gotta check, but I thought I heard like a 4, and then a 1, and then a 5, and then a 6. So let's see. Wait until we're older, but I might be somebody you might not even know. I'm going through changes, it's a roller coaster, but I might be somebody you might not even know. We could take it slower. Okay, cool. So that's the part that I got the chords. Now I just want to figure out the melody, and we're really hanging out around just a few pitches here, so I should be able to get that. We could take it slower. We could take it slower. So I'm just gonna try some stuff out. I know that I'm in E major, so I'm gonna just use my E major scale as a kind of point of reference. Do, do, do. So that's going to be the third of the scale. Wait until we're older, but I might be what I could say to you. We could take it slower. Wait until we're older, but I might be somebody. Yeah. So we've got this.
that much again.
Wish I could say to you what I could say to you. We could take it slower, wait until we're older. But I might be somebody you might not even know.
Okay, I'm gonna put that with the chords. Okay, cool. So we're hanging out around this G sharp, which is the third of the E, but we're not starting on E. We're starting on this A chord, so it's that major seventh there. Resolving to the third. And now, because we're on a B chord, we've got a note that's in the B chord, which is that F sharp. And then this acts as a little passing tone, or like an accented appoggiatura down to the third and then the root. So I think that's...
Going through changes, it's a roller coaster, but
And then she kind of drops off there. Changes.
might be
I'm not a singer.
somebody you might not even know. We could take it slower.
Yeah, so really all that chorus is or all right, let me see if I can play it with the recording now.
Wait until we're older, but I might be somebody. Wish I could say to you what I could say to you. We could take it slower. Wait until we're older, but I might be somebody you might not even know. I'm going through changes. It's a roller coaster, but I might be somebody you might not even know. We could take it slower.
Yeah, so then she goes back to the 4. Because the chord progression starts over. So really this chord progression just 4, 1, 5, 6, and then really just staying on these pitches a lot of the time, the E, G sharp, F sharp, E, and then kind of jumping up there once in a while, and then kind of falling. There's this like breathiness that sort of falls down to that C sharp, which is the 6th in E major. So that was it. I'd never heard that song before. Figured out the chorus, and I want to kind of show you the process that I was sort of going through in my head, although it's not super. it's a cycle, right? It's like I'm finding things, I'm grabbing onto them, I'm making hypotheses, I'm testing them. So let me show you what I've got. So what I've got is a little bit of a roadmap that I think can really help you shortcut and avoid some of the lengthy trial and error that I went through in order to get to this point. And so this is a roadmap that I came up with both from studying myself and from thinking about the applications of some theories that I've learned about, like embodied cognition and some other stuff that don't need to get into here. But so the first step, right, is to hear the song. The next one is intuitive understanding of it. And then I go through this cycle that you saw me do this. I listened to it. I was kind of absorbing it. And then I went through this cycle of listening, singing, and playing. And this cycle happens over and over again, right? As I identify things. And the arrows between those words are actually really important, because that is where I'm testing hypotheses and I'm looking for structures. So that's the reason I was able to get the chord progression on the first time without actually singing and playing it is because I was kind of going through those processes in my head because I've done it so many times in real life. So once you do that process enough times or skip steps because you've done it in the past, you get to this actionable understanding of the song. And that actionable understanding means you can actually perform actions with that understanding. And some of those actions are that you can play it in any key. You can improvise over it. You can arrange it for any ensemble. And most importantly, because this is what will keep you growing as a musician, you can learn from it. So you can build, you could build off of this song and write your own song that kind of extends what you learned from what you liked about this one, right? So going back to this kind of chart and this cycle, everyone knows how to hear. And this intuitive understanding part, I don't know if it seems intimidating, but it's really what happens when you like a song, right? If you like it, then whatever's going on under the hood is working. So you intuitively understand what's going on. And so you're already there with that point, even if you're new to learning by ear. And then with the next part, we have listening, which is just kind of a more active form of hearing. You can already do that. Singing, I'm a great example of someone who's not a singer, and I can use singing as a tool, right? And then playing, that's the technique that you develop on your instrument. If you're starting to learn to play by ear, maybe you can already do that part. So it's really just this part, right? It's just the arrows and that actionable understanding that you need to work on in order to get to the place where you can play by ear. And as I mentioned before, the arrows are this process that involves coming up with hypotheses and testing them, and then identifying the structures. So if you kept hearing me say, this is an E major, here's an E major chord, here's an A major chord with the major 7 over it, this is the third of the chord. Those kinds of words were reflecting the fact that I was thinking about these things in a conceptual way, and those concepts were structures, and the structures are chords and scales as flexible ideas that I can take and I can transpose and I can improvise over, I can arrange, and those ideas are kind of what allow me to take one song and make it into, connect it to something larger. So I'm going to be giving a workshop the Tuesday after I'm releasing this video. I'm giving a workshop that's free that I'd love for you to attend. If you've missed that one, then just take a look at the Synthase events, which I'm signed up for the newsletter, and I'll send something out on Fridays. And I'll be putting things on the Instagram and Facebook. And I might be giving the workshop again, and then I can fill you in on really the details of this process and walk you through it and actually do it live with you. So thanks for watching, and that's all I've got for today.